Let's talk about the diagnosis of schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is a disorder that impacts a person in their area of functioning, in their interpersonal relationships, and it is marked by a disturbance or a decrease in an area of their life, such as achievement in job or school, and also a decline in their interaction with others, as well as their self-care skills. In order to be diagnosed, they need to have a presence of these symptoms as well as being continuously disturbed for the last 6 months, for at least 6 months. One symptom of schizophrenia is delusions. Delusions involve false beliefs, thinking something is true that other people don't recall as true or agree with you that is true. Delusions of grandiosity or grandeur. You think that you have different abilities than other people, that you are able to achieve more than a normal person would be. There's a difference about you. You're special. This can get lumped in with religious delusions, where somebody's religious beliefs interfere with their ability to perceive reality. Paranoid delusions. Somebody's following me, someone's listening to me, there's a camera watching me, somebody's hacked into my technology, somebody comes into my apartment, somebody uses my things. I can't talk about it because they're going to hear me. Those are some ways paranoid delusions present. As well as hallucinations. Hallucinations include visuals and auditory hallucinations. Visual hallucinations, seeing faces or shadows or ghosts or things out of the corner of your eye, faces. Sometimes people will say, someone's following me, like I recognize that face, I know that they're following me. Auditory as well. Command voices. You should do this, you need to do this. It's being told that they need to harm another person or harm themselves. The voice is telling them to do something. And oftentimes it's voices, negative voices, telling someone negative things about themselves. You're stupid, you're dumb, you're ugly, you can't do anything. But people reporting it as a voice, which is separate from their own thoughts. Disorganized behavior and disorganized speech. Disorganized speech, you can see it in a person. Sometimes they'll call it word salad. Derailment and incoherence. They're saying words, but they're not making a lot of sense. They're not going together, and they're not answering what has been said. Disorganized behavior or catatonic behavior. Somebody is unable to control their bodily movements in the same way that other people are able to. They can't move as quickly. They lose connection to their limbs. They take a long time to respond to something. They might have delays in being able to look at you, or you see sometimes with rigidity and like extremities, somebody will have their arm up and put your arm down, put your arm down, put your arm down. And they can't, it takes that long. You're standing in the doorway. Take a step forward. Get out of the doorway. Excuse me. Get out of the doorway. And they're just like unable to make that connection, unable to register that from brain to body. It's a disconnect, a split. Schizophrenia is split in personality, in body. And schizophrenia is a type of disorder that people have different levels of lucidity with it. So they will come in and out of their symptoms of psychosis physically and psychotically as well. You'll see some days they'll have more control over their body. Some days you'll see more verbal expression or reduced amount of delusions, or somebody will report, the voices aren't as bad today. And then the next day it will be a totally different story. Schizophrenia includes negative symptoms, losing the ability to complete your self-care, losing the ability to speak or express yourself, losing your ability to maintain relationships or job or school situations, and negative symptoms of expression. We see a flat affect, flat facial expression, monotone voice, not using facial expressions, and not responding when other people are using facial expressions when you're talking to them. No matter what emotion is happening, it will be the same facial expression. Poverty of speech, reduction in the flow of spontaneous speech, initiating conversations, responding, ability to continue talking in a conversation, replying with brief, concrete replies. Yes, no. If you were to provide two different McDonald's or Burger King, McDonald's, long pauses in between replies, and speech that is vague and lacks substance. Someone will be saying words, but it's not coherent, it's disorganized, and if you were to take that and repeat it to somebody, they would not understand what you're saying. Typically, the onset of these symptoms occur in an adult in their mid-20s, but schizophrenia has such a variation in what it looks like and the level of impairment. But It's the presence of these psychotic and bodily symptoms and a person losing their ability to maintain relationships, to complete self-care, to have a level of independence that they had before. And it's causing problems in multiple areas of their life. Schizophrenia can be managed with medication to decrease those psychotic features, but it requires support in managing that usually is lifelong for people.